Hello everyone, my name is the Lord of Lard, or Burkmeister, but you can just call me Ian. Either or works. I'm making a video because, one, I haven't made a video in a long time. Um, I've been pretty busy, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to keep up with that, but I decided to make this video anyways because I realized that I've never really introduced myself, and I kind of want to just keep track of everything that's kind of going on in my life in a way that's organized in video. And maybe it's something I can look back on in 20 years fondly or not fondly, or maybe it's something other people can listen to and they can either, I guess, learn from my mistakes, my failures, or maybe they'll click on for 20 seconds and hop off immediately. But for those who stick around, I'm hoping maybe, you can just listen to kind of what's been going on in my life and I can just kind of talk things out, vent a little. I made this channel a little over a year ago, back in August of 2024. Originally at that time, I had just graduated college. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I still really don't now, but I'll cover that in a second. But I made this channel, and at the time I was playing the new DLC for Elden Ring. So it had just come out. There were new incantations, new spells. I wanted to try it all. And my character in Elden Ring was the Lord of Lard. And I would actively be involved in getting summons into other people's games, assisting with boss fights, or doing PvP or PvE, and it was really enjoyable. And I decided to record my content and upload it because I decided it'd be really fun. I didn't really have a channel at the time, but I thought it'd be cool if I could just post my content or show my friends like, hey, I just beat this boss, because at the time the DLC was really, really challenging, and I remember Consort Radahn especially being a super difficult boss, which is kind of how this whole channel got started. Then I decided to play Demon Souls, which was really fun, and that actually got some decent viewership on that, so I was really happy. But overall, I'd say that I made this channel because I kind of wanted a hobby as an outlet for something for me to do in my time when I wasn't working, just to like find enjoyment in something, which just so happened to be this. So it made me really happy. But I've been out of college now for about a year and a half, and I'm still just trying to figure stuff out. I will totally admit to the fact that like college for me was one of those like party and enjoy it while I had it, and then now I'm kind of out and I'm like, shit, what do I do with my life? It's been kind of a struggle because like I had some ideas of like what I wanted to do and everything, and I've been fed a lot of notions of self-doubt, a lot of notions that have kind of led to that self-doubt. They didn't self-doubt themselves, but they've kind of made me doubt myself, and things that like I might want to do with my life, things I might not want to do with my life. For the record, I studied biology during my time in college, and I know it's a pretty open career, and there's a lot of paths I can go down still with that degree, or I can go on to higher education with it. But it's kind of like led me into a little bit of a rut, because I've noticed that like since I graduated college, I saw friends of mine who went on to higher education immediately out of college, and now it's been a year, and there were people I know who are working, and this past year, and they're now going on to higher education, and it's kind of like led to my own inferiority and feelings of self-worth that have kind of like it's just kind of all gone downhill. And not that I feel like I'm nothing or I don't believe in myself, but it's definitely been a challenge for me because I feel like there's more I could be accomplishing, which is reason why I'm actually very happy I made this channel to begin with, because besides this, I really don't have any other hobbies. I've always enjoyed video games. It's been a huge part of my childhood and my own self-identity and who I am. I love games. I love connecting with the characters, the main characters of every game I play. I love playing competitive games with my friends and with random people online. It brings me a lot of enjoyment to connect in a community like this. But I will say that, it's been tough kind of like trying to assimilate in the real world now that I'm out of college. That's been a big challenge for me, because there's a lot of relationships that you need to balance. Work, studying, relationships with your friends, girlfriends slash boyfriends, and, family. It's tough. So trying to find that balance has been pretty tough for me. And I will totally admit to the fact that I've messed up. I failed a lot. There were certain classes I definitely failed and messed up in college. I got through it. I got through college. I passed. I got my degree. But, I feel like I still struggle with a lot now, and it's been challenging for me. So yeah, but I will say I've always at least enjoyed that I've had the outlets of games, and especially music. The music in games has really changed my life. I definitely over a year ago at this point, since I had made this one video, and it's has the most viewership on my channel, about like 2,000 plus views, and it's an hour of me sitting in front of a tree, and it's the music from the DLC at the minor Erd tree, and the music in itself is beautiful, and it was an invitation for people to kind of come and rest at the tree, and it was one of the first times I had that self-doubt in my head, and I decided to make that video because I wanted to create like my own internet checkpoint for people to kind of rest and enjoy the music of something, just to like sit for a while and just contemplate life, which is truly what I felt at that moment in time. And so that's the reason I made that, and I'm kind of feeling it now. Though I have not played Elden Ring since then. The current game you're looking at right now, though, is Donkey Kong Country, the first Donkey Kong Country on the SNES. I am not good at platforming games. I've never claimed to be good at platforming games, but so you're probably not seeing the best Donkey Kong content that you could be seeing. But I decided to play Donkey Kong Country because not necessarily that I love Donkey Kong. I think it's a great game, but the music, it really, it's drawn me to the game. David Wise is a genius by all means. The music that he has composed for every game he's ever been involved with has been amazing. I don't think there's a single bad one, but I really enjoy these type of games, and it allows me to contemplate and think about my own life, and what I have going on with it. In terms of goals I have for myself, I'll be transparent when I tell you that I have an MCAT coming up in January. I'm hoping I do well on that. I have relationships I need to be keeping up with and doing a better job at maintaining, including ones of my girlfriend, who I've been with for over 4 years. I have, friendships I need to be maintaining, seeing more. I've had a lot that I've been needing to work on for my own interpersonal relationships and my own happiness, that I feel like I've been kind of depriving with study/work. And I'm not really happy with my work, in all fairness. I'm an EMT, and it's an alright job. It's not something I necessarily love. I thought I would love it when I was in EMT school / getting my certification for it out of college, but it's definitely not been the most enjoyable thing that I think I could have been doing with my time. But I will say I've learned a lot from it. I've learned a lot about medicine. I've learned a lot about people. I've learned a lot about the suffering of people and seeing those who are suffering. And it's taught me patience, compassion, integrity, and kindness, and probably all the spices and the Beatitudes, or a lot about the Beatitudes, I'd say, from a personal standpoint. So yeah, that's been kind of a big thing in my life, I'd say. I definitely wish I could have had stuff figured out, like, in college, knowing kind of like what I wanted to do more, instead of just like kind of deciding, oh, I like science, so I'll just take science classes and get a basic biology degree and then kind of fall into some path, or stuck with like the idea of like being a doctor and like wanting to be that, and then not questioning or like leaving any doors open for myself. And then now I'm at a point where like, well, maybe I should have left doors open. Can I do that now? And then realizing it's kind of being like stuck because I didn't take certain classes, or I have to go back and get a post-bac, or just like take some more classes at a different college and then have those apply for myself in order to even get into certain types of specialties of master's programs and whatnot. But it's definitely challenging just doing all of this. It's been rough, but I am proud of myself in some sense that I've made it this far, and I think that there's more I could be doing, and I should be maintaining hobbies better than what I've been doing. And I enjoy video games, but I think it's also best that I connect to people too. So that's definitely part of it. I know this has felt more like a rant than it is like a learning experience for anyone who's stuck around to this point, but it is the truth. Unfortunately, it is the truth. I am I will say though, in terms of goals, I'd like to do well on my MCAT. I'd like to maintain my career and find more happiness in what I'm currently doing and working right now, even though it's been kind of rough on me. I would like to just feel happiness in general. I think it's something that's kind of been lacking in my life, and I've been kind of filling the void of it with video games or certain games I thought would bring me joy. But everything like that is always temporary. It definitely brings a sense of longing and nostalgia for my childhood, where I always kind of feel like I wish I could go back to it, just relive my childhood once again. You know that feeling when you would go to your family reunions or like a family outing or picnic, and you'd always have your uncles or just like your grandparents or just any of your older cousins tell you, man, enjoy your childhood, you only get it one time. And I'd be like, yeah, dude, whatever. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then you finally reach that age and you realize, oh wow, they were right the entire time. I kind of took it for granted. I took for granted the experiences I had of my childhood, where things really were at its best. I was innocent, I was young, I was enjoying the new parts of the world and gaining so much experience and knowledge from these new experiences and feeling the bliss of experiencing something for the first time again. And you simply don't get that when you're older. It's kind of like a game you loved when you were younger and you replay it again. And even though you enjoy it, it will never compare to the joy of when you first played that game for the first time, because that was your first experience. That was your first impression of that game. And that's how it feels for the world and your experiences and your impressions of it. So yeah, needless to say, I've been a little depressed on that end. But I'm hoping to find joy soon in what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that things work out for me. And I don't know if I'll make other videos like this, but maybe I'll give some more talking points of inspiration for myself or for people who want to listen to this. And I'm hoping you guys have enjoyed it. You know, that's always a goal. But I've been talking now for 12 minutes, so I think I'll try and end it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if, you know, you feel that you are kind of in the same boat as me, or you just want to talk about your own experiences, feel free to leave comments. I'm a judge-free person. This is a judge-free zone. We're allowed to vent and talk about our own feelings and emotions here. No one is allowed to judge others in this space. Everyone's going through something. And this has just been my experience of trying to figure out myself in the world as a 23-year-old dude whose mind has definitely been warped by social media. But thank you guys so much for those who stuck around, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you guys accomplish everything you want to accomplish. Peace.